What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Arco.
And I am the queen, and you are tuned in to Boss Talk.
And today, as always, we have another one of our fabulous skaters in the skate
Mm,
community doing
mm.
some boss things out there for y'all. So today we actually have Miss Myesha, the Smooth Goddess. The Smooth Goddess is in the building. Now, usually we always ask, when did you first start skating? But I think this time I want to ask your nickname. Tell me about your nickname. I mean, Smooth
Your
Goddess,
skate name.
that
That's
is
deep.
that's some big skates to feel. I would say
Yeah,
shoes, but we're gonna say skates. That's some
skates.
big skates to feel. So what's up with it?
Well, I guess I came up with a skate name that represents me.
Hmm.
Smooth is me being smooth on the wheels, and goddess because I'm spiritual. So I put two and two
Hey,
together, came up
okay,
with smooth goddess.
okay. All right, I
Wow.
can feel that. I can feel that. Good,
Yeah.
straight to the point. All right,
And we
cool.
can say, I mean, if you haven't seen her glide on the floor, sister is smooth. There is no question. The sister is smooth.
That's what's up. So when did you start skating?
I've been skating for 27 years.
27 years. Okay. Okay. Now, do you remember the first time you actually put the skates on and what rink?
I was 10.
Hmm.
Actually started with rollerblades. I
Oh,
was in the
Oh,
suburb. I forgot the name of the rink, but it was in Chicago. It's a
okay.
suburb outside of
Hmm.
Chicago,
Hmm.
and I went to that rink for the very first time.
Oh, you was a
And then when
rollerblader.
hmm.
Ew. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
And when I saw all the other skaters with roller skates, I was told my mom that I wanted some roller skates for Christmas.
Hmm. Hmm. And she
But I
blessed.
started outside though with rollerblades.
Okay.
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 Did you have generational people in your family that skate, or were you the first? Like you asked for those skates, and that's how it started. Where your mother and father
No,
skate?
my cousin skates. My
Okay.
mom used to skate, but my cousin she still skates now in
Mm.
Chicago.
Okay. Okay. Now, is that where you're originally from? The Midwest area?
Absolutely. That's
Absolutely.
how
Midwest, what's happening? See, I'm
born
actually
and
from the
raised.
Midwest too, so yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So in your skating, because your style is smooth and melodic. So who inspired you in your skate style, or what, or not necessarily that you've taken a style, but in your skating?
I will say first, I would say Elon inspired me the most
Hmm.
as far as like the footwork.
Hmm.
As far as like groundwork, I would say Josh he inspired me as far as the groundwork.
Hmm.
But as of right now, I would say as far as a female skater that
Hmm.
inspired me in Chicago, OG, her name
Hmm.
is Michelle Culpepper.
Hmm.
And I still look up to her now. She inspires me as well.
Hmm. Now, one thing I can say is that the female skaters in Chicago, y'all bad. Y'all is bad. I mean, I'll be looking like, ooh, I need to step my game up. my my footwork game looking kind of weak right now. Now, but you guys be really doing your thing, and definitely commend you guys on it. So, when did you actually become serious about skating? Like you were like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do right here. This is it. Forget everything else.
I would say 2012 because I was away at school at the time,
Hmm.
college.
Hmm.
So basically, I won't only come back home for the holidays and skate. In 2012, when I originally just came back, I went to a skate jam. North Carolina was my very first one, and it was my first time seeing other cities' styles. And I was
Hmm.
like, wow, I got to get better. So that really inspired me just to start to really taking the craft serious and really just working hard to get better at skating.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Wow, that's what's up. Now you actually have classes, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about that.
So my first workshop that I did was like January, I believe it was January the 15th. And I think what made me want to come up with a skate class or a workshop is to, if I want to see different, then I have to be different, not as well be different, but bring
Hmm.
that opportunity to Chicago.
Hmm.
If I want to see as a whole for us to develop, get better on just fundamental skills, then I have to bring in skaters and not just myself, but I brought a team in that could be able to teach everyone from all ages. So
Mhm.
that's kind of what I want to do. And I think just now in general is that, in life, when you want to see different, then you have to be that different.
That is
And
true.
I
Mhm.
just want
Mhm.
to add that to Chicago, just add that to my community in other ways to be different.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
can always complain about things and say, this is
Mm,
not right. They can't do that right. But if we don't teach the youth, the direction to go, how can you expect for them to be better? It
right.
starts with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
the classes, your original class, was that on Zoom or was that in person?
that was in person.
Mhm.
Okay.
Person.
And is
Mhm.
that at your home? Is that something that's continuous? Like you do it on a weekly
Yes,
basis?
I
Okay.
do it. So basically, I do it like maybe every 2 months, a workshop,
Okay.
and I invite in some of the best skaters, that's teachers in Chicago, and have a collaboration with me.
Okay.
And basically, I'll break it down from beginners, intermediate, and advanced, and we teach them those fundamentals of skating.
Mhm.
And the
So
workshop, so once the workshops are how long when you have those workshops?
That's about
Because you
an
bring,
hour.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
Is there like a certain skill level that you have to be or anything like that, or just open to all
Uh,
ages?
we,
Uh,
we take them all, and the reason why I wanted to bring it because I wanted to bring something to Chicago that it doesn't matter what style you are or what skill level you are, we have something for everybody,
mhm.
And I wanted to kind of get out of just being, just JB this and that, but embrace everybody, be even if they're different or unique
Hmm.
or just kind of just want to learn how to skate, but not the pressure of doing something a certain type of way,
Mhm.
allow them the opportunity to find their path and find their way,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to Chicago.
So, what are some of the things that are on the curriculum that you guys focus on?
Well, most of it's balance and control,
Hmm.
learning how to cross, more than anything. So those are some of the things that we work on, just fundamentals. Before you can roll, you have to learn how to balance
Hmm.
yourself, how to
Hmm.
Right.
be able to shift the
Hmm.
body weight from left
Hmm.
to right,
Yeah.
being able to crossing your right foot over your left.
Hmm.
So just the fundamentals, and then we work our way up to
Hmm.
other things based on the level and skill level that's in the class at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything that for some of the viewers that are at home right now, is there anything that they could be doing now
Mhm.
without their skates on to help them with their balance? Because me growing up and seeing the JB
Hmm.
style and being around it, it's like you gain appreciation of you got to get your balance right and know how to shift your balance. So sometimes I would find myself just being around the house standing on one foot and doing different things, and you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying, just so I can get my balance and practice on my posture and stuff like that. And you know so what are some of the things that the average person could do at home to kind of help them on their balance? I mean,
But
some people you probably can't help at all, but
one thing one thing they can do with skates on or with skates off, you can just stand in one place, lift up your left leg,
hmm
hold your body weight uh, on your right,
hmm
make the left leg go forward, take the
hmm
left leg to the side, you're looking over your left shoulder,
hmm
crossing the foot over, make sure there's a gap in between your knees is bent, and then place it
hmm
on the floor and then step out of it and do the same thing for the right. So that's something that you can work on, just being familiar with the body shifting, the weight
yeah,
shifting,
Hmm.
because at
yeah,
the end of the
Okay.
day, skating is about learning how to control your body weight and shifting your body weight when you
hmm
transition from move to move.
yeah. It almost sounds like yoga. You
Yeah,
gotta do
I
some
know,
hot
right? You
yoga.
got
So
to do some stuff. So when you started your classes, you working with a rink?
Yeah, so basically, the first one I did, I worked with 76 in racing, that skating ring. And
Mhm.
the next time, I was supposed to have a skate workshop in May, but due
Yeah.
to the coronavirus, it
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
canceled. Canceled. So the next one was going to be at a rec center. So I wanted kind of to shift it out, shift it, make it different,
Hmm.
take it outside of the skating ring,
Okay.
bring the
That's good.
community
Mhm.
involved in. I was going to, advertise or promote it through my eighth ward, through my alderman, just
Hmm.
to bring more of a community into it instead of just the
Mm.
skaters. So
Mhm.
I just
Okay.
wanted to try something different to bring the community in.
Yeah, yeah. We were actually speaking with a young
Mm.
lady, and she was wanting to do some skate lessons here in the Houston area. She wasn't quite sure what to
Hmm.
do because she was finding some obstacles at the
Yeah.
skating rink. So
Yeah.
taking it outside of the rink.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's actually a good option.
Yeah.
So
And you don't
Yeah,
limit
you run
yourself.
through those obstacles, I will say. But I feel like what it's meant to be, can nobody stop it?
yeah,
You know, they can curveballs, but at the end of the day,
Right.
if it's predestined, ordained for to happen, you
hmm
know, in God's will for it to happen, can nothing get in the way of that.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah,
everything in life there is obstacles, and when I did my first workshop, there was a lot of obstacles, but
hmm
at the end of the day, it was still a success.
yeah. You know, I think we're gonna have to get you in touch uh with,
Yeah.
with the young lady. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
So you can
yeah,
inspire
yeah,
and give a little guidance because sometimes you don't know, and people when they the dream killers come, um, if you're not strong, then
Mhm.
you can allow yourself to put your dream on hold because you just don't know. So I mean, the dream killers are they real, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. What's been the
Yes,
biggest
yes.
obstacle for you
And as far as with skating,
as far as starting up your classes?
I think the biggest obstacle is, I guess, finding a rink
Mm,
to
Mhm.
promote the event in, as well as being able to promote it. Because sometimes some skating rinks won't let you promote
Mm.
your class or your event
Mhm.
in their skating rink if they're not benefiting from it.
mm.
So
Mhm.
you just have to find ways around that
Right.
um, to make it happen. And I think that was the most challenging part for me.
Wow.
So your first skate class was it well attended, and how did you promote it?
Oh my God, it went very well. Was snowing on that day. So
Okay.
it was supposed to be it's supposed to be like people from different cities coming, but due to the weather, it kind of canceled a lot of people out. But it was
Okay.
50 that showed up
Uh-huh.
for the workshop,
Mm,
um, and I feel like I feel I was very happy about
mm,
Mhm.
mm. Now let's transition back over to you and your smooth goddess skating over there. what's
it.
what's been some of the obstacles for the Chicago area as far as like skating? Um, we we saw through the United States documentary,
Mhm.
you guys are losing a lot of rinks.
Yeah.
I've been around, you know, the Chicago area and been to a lot of the rinks like Rainbow, the Magic City, and stuff like that. And of course, they're no longer there. So, you know, what do you think is part of the biggest issue with that?
I think that we have so many rinks and so many sessions on the same date,
hmm
and so basically
Mhm.
it spreads everybody out.
Mhm.
All generations out from different rinks to go to. So some of those rinks are, not filled with capacities like some other, cities.
Mm.
Is that we have sessions every day at different rinks. So that's
Wow.
one of
Wow.
Wow.
Mm,
That's very harsh. It's harsh on the skater, but it's harsh on the rink, harsher on the rinks because they're trying to fulfill a financial obligation, but they still want to be open. And then the skaters are filtered out in different places. So
mm,
because
that's
you might have like 4 or 3 Christmas parties, skate parties, during Christmas or Thanksgiving parties,
mm,
on Thanksgiving because of the rings have it, but everyone can't be everywhere. I
right.
remember last Thanksgiving, I spent like 2 hours at one rink and then I went over to another rink
mm,
to like, be with other skaters that I know because it splits the skaters up.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
And
Wow.
that's one of the things we constantly talk about is unity because that could be easily avoided just by the organizers trying to come together and unite in one location versus splitting like you're
Mm,
saying you're splitting yourself up because you want to go and skate with this at this party
mhm.
but you still want to support the other
Yeah,
um
or
Yes.
choose different dates to have certain things
yeah
on. You know,
yeah
because at the end of the day, as always, we need to support all
right
these rinks. Otherwise,
right
they're going to start
right
shutting down. Then you're not going to have anything.
yeah
You know.
And
So
DJs too. I
yeah.
find myself like, okay, if one week Monday I go to this DJ session, then I'll say, okay, Wednesday I'll go to that session and support that DJ. So I have to split myself up to be able to give support to all the DJs and all the rinks as well,
Mm,
right
to support everybody. But sometimes it gets kind of overbearing.
yeah.
how often do you skate
I would say at least 3 to 4 days a week.
I'm
wow
jealous. I remember them days. I'm jealous.
don't
I'm
be
so,
jealous just do it
I'm so jealous. Oh.
So with the COVID going on, are you still skating there? I mean, you're obviously in a different location, but are you still skating in different locations every day or 4 days a week, or how are you handling it?
I'll say maybe like 2 or 3. I'll go to the tennis court and I'll just
Mhm.
lace them up and skate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How often were you traveling before all this stuff happened?
I'll try to make at least maybe 3 parties a year.
That's a good number. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good number. That's
And
a good
how
number.
do you choose? That's how people always says, how do you choose which parties you're gonna go to?
That's real hard. I think that I kind of try a different party that I haven't been to before.
Okay.
But the one that I don't miss, I definitely won't miss Detroit, and I definitely won't miss IR.
So look, you got one to work with.
You
So
got one to catch her attention. Y'all would
yeah.
catch her
So
attention.
y'all better put them flyers out there well.
Oh, that's pretty dope. So has there been
But
any
the ones that kind of local, like the local area that's not too far away, like Ohio, St. Louis, that's kind of
Mhm.
like
mm,
3 to 5 hours away from us.
mm,
So that's kind of like
local parties
you
for
talk
you?
kind
Yeah,
of. But I'm
yeah.
I'm speaking of ones that's kind of like 8 or 10 hours away,
Mm,
long
Right.
distance.
mm.
Hmm.
Gotcha. So what's been like one of your best experience throughout your whole skating, career?
I guess what I would say meeting new people,
Hmm.
meeting skaters that have the same passion and love for skating as you do, and to see that when you talk to them or you talk with them on Instagram and see that they're working on their skills like
Hmm.
you are, it's very motivating and inspiring as well.
Hmm. Hmm. That's all right.
Since you do travel throughout the city and you go to multiple rinks and
Mhm.
you've been skating for some time, um, I guess every rink has its positive and negatives. But how do you maneuver through that, and how the changes that you've seen over the years with the skaters, like how do you adapt to that? And then what are some of the things that we can do as skaters to unite and be more cohesive, no matter what rink or no matter what area you're in? What are some of the things we can do to be more positive with each other?
Ooh, you asked like 5 questions in one.
Because you're the smooth goddess, and I know you have it all wrapped up in there.
So we gotta ask the questions real
Can you
smooth,
repeat
like.
that one more time? I'm sorry.
Just what can we do as a community to be better, essentially? Because when you go to different places, you get a different vibe, or maybe you're not received the same way as you are at your home rink. But as a skater, it's when you go on the rink, it should feel like home. So, what can we do as a community to welcome each skater?
The first, I think the first thing that each city should do be able to embrace all styles, even if it's different from your own. And I think that speaking from the culture that I'm from and things that I see, I feel like regardless if we do the style or not, I feel like there should be a level of respect.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Mm,
style over the next style,
Hmm.
and
mhm,
I think that once we wrap our brains around that, we'll be able to embrace different skaters from all over the world
Hmm.
and to respect them of their style and what they have to bring. Because each city, each style brought something to the culture.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah,
It wouldn't
yeah,
be it wouldn't be a melting pot if they
hmm,
didn't. And
yeah,
once we recognize that from whatever city we're from, then I think that things will start to change. I think that people feel that their style is better than this style, this and that, and that's not what skating is about.
right,
At
right. I
the end of
agree.
the day, we're a family. It's
Hmm.
a culture, and
Hmm.
I think that I feel like I've played a part in that as well, based on the culture that you've been a part of. But as you grow, you do better,
Yeah.
and you have to um, be that image of what you want that difference to be.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
Mhm.
supporting other people, by supporting other skaters that are doing things that you're doing, by sharing, their information on your blog or whatever you see, by supporting them as well, regardless of what city they're from or what
Mhm.
style they're from, but let it be shown through action.
Yeah.
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 And that's so true because you see people posting things on social media all the time, and they you look at it and you're like, "Oh, well, they're not here in Houston." You don't share it when
Mm.
it's only a click of a button.
Right.
I mean, whether you are partaking or not, if you
Hmm.
just press share, you never know
Hmm.
who else
Yeah. Yeah.
they
And
want
it
to
don't
attend.
cost nothing.
It
It don't
nothing.
cost y'all nothing out y'all pockets. Just press that share button.
And I also feel like skating is an expression of whoever
Yeah.
the person is.
Yeah.
You know, some people might be a dancer, a choreographer in their second, in their life, and they
Yeah.
incorporate that in their skating. So there's, who am I to tell them what skating is? That's their skating. That's what they feel. And
Right.
I feel like we have to be able, like I stated before, we have to be able to respect um, whatever a person wants to do on their skates. If they want to do a cartwheel, if they want to do a split,
Mm,
slide across the floor, whatever it is,
Mhm.
allow them to express themselves.
yeah.
So since you said that, what is skating to you? What has skating meant to you?
I think skating has matured me. Skating has kept me out of trouble in high school because I used to be a skate guard as well as the ticket office when I came
Hey,
back
all
from
right.
college.
All right.
um, Skating has kept me in shape and fit.
Mm.
I met a lot of people through skating. A lot of people that are spiritual. One person that um, just recently that I kind of admire is Tanya Dean. Um,
Mhm.
I, just lately I've been building a relationship with her from New York. So I'm just trying to find people that are talking the same language I'm talking.
Mm,
Mhm.
Sometimes we can focus on the negative and the people that don't support you, but there's people that support you, and there is positive energy along the way. We just
mm,
gotta tap into it. So I
mm,
just kind of like just now, I just kind of want to embrace other skaters that's trying to do the same thing that I'm doing.
yeah. What's the one thing about the JB culture that you think is misunderstood?
I think people think it just routines,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
JB is not just routines. It's a swag, it's a smoothness, it's an etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's certain principles or technique moves like the big wheel, the Godfather, the long step, the short step, that you add those things into your footwork. So I think that one thing that people feel that JB is when they see a group of people just doing a routine. That's what JB is, but
Yeah.
that's not all what JB is. It's a culture. It's
Yeah.
a movement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. 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 One thing I can say is that seeing you guys individually is a piece of art.
Mhm.
And seeing
Mhm.
everyone come together as a whole, that's a piece of unified art. I mean, it's just like wow, it's simply amazing. And
Mhm.
a lot of the skaters actually respect the JB culture for what it was or for what it is.
Yeah.
But at one point in time, it wasn't respected.
Mhm.
It,
Yeah.
it was looked upon as, oh, okay, well, they're doing that over there, but look what I could do. Now all of a sudden it was like,
Mhm.
hey, look, y'all better y'all better get right. And we actually did an interview with D Breeze, and he was talking about how
Mhm.
at the skate parties, y'all threw it down and y'all
Mhm.
got that respect.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm gonna
he's
tell you,
also
y'all
said that
got
they would only do it at roll call, and
it.
they had to wait to the end of the night because
Yeah.
they didn't want him to throw it down because they knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, it definitely was, or it is
Yeah.
a powerhouse, movement in the skating community. So from not just the moves, but the
Yeah.
music, because the music is
Yeah. The
everywhere now.
music.
Like big
Yeah.
part.
Everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely everywhere. So, what do you think is next for the skate community, as a whole?
You mean as far as Chicago or just in general? Like,
Just in general, like there was a point in time where, well, not for us, but for people outside of our
Mm.
community who kind of forgot about roller skating, and now you're starting to see a little bit of a resurgence. So what do you think is next as far as what we need to do in order to get the the
Yeah.
culture out there more? I'll put it
I
that
think
way.
I think continue to bring letting people know self awareness about skating outside of the skating rinks,
Mhm.
because a lot of people still think it's an underground sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get outside of the skating, do different things that promote skating. so the culture, so the community, and different things, people can see that. I think that to me, I feel like that's what the next thing that skating is going to take off into. We already had the United Skate documentary
Yeah.
that that really well. So
Mhm.
I think that the next step is just bringing more self awareness to skating,
Mhm.
because just in the four walls, people can't know about what skating is,
Mhm.
but they hear about it through you, you know,
Mhm.
through when you're skating, when you're talking about skating, when
Yeah.
you're doing different events outside of the four walls. Then I
Mhm.
think that's what's going to bring more awareness to it and
Yeah.
get more people involved that it's not skating.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
do different
important.
fundraisers or whatever it
Mhm.
might be.
Mhm. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's important too.
Yeah.
So.
But I think some of the outside, I mean, with this pandemic and with social media, I think a lot more people who don't skate have seen so many more skaters because we're having to we're
Yeah.
having
We're
to find
everywhere.
places to skate.
All
So
TikTok
you
and
all
top
on there,
ticking
they're
and
all on the tennis courts and you're
mhm.
invading their normal spaces and
Yeah,
you're roller
yeah.
skating.
Because they're starting to see skaters in places that they normally don't see them.
Right, right.
Skating down the road, and there was actually a video I saw the other day. It was on
Mhm.
Facebook. It was a lady that was driving down the street, and she was actually behind a skater, and
Mhm.
she was following him. But it just so happened she was a skater too.
Mhm.
And he had his headphones on. He was in his zone. I don't even think he
Yeah.
even knew she was behind him because when she stopped, she was like, "We missed the ring, huh?" He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." So just seeing stuff like that, and there's been some news articles about
Yeah, a
skaters,
lot more.
turning their houses into,
Yeah.
their own personal rinks, and then you had some people,
Yeah.
skating with like Mike Epps
Yeah,
and
there's not been a
on
lot of
his feed, and
celebrity
True.
IGs.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
So
that's bringing exposure as well.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, really good
But
exposure.
I mean, but it can't stop when this is over because then
Yeah.
it's all for naught. I mean,
Hmm.
I think that this brought an awareness to us that you don't have to just skate in the rink, that on a Saturday, just like you're doing some of your workshops outside of the rink, that we need to continue to be outside in order to show other people the culture because they may never come into a skating rink, but if
Yeah.
That's
they see
true.
you outside, that will invite them to the culture.
Mhm. That's very true right there.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Well, I've seen some I mean, the Smooth Goddess, she does it all because I've seen her skate on two wheels. What's up with that? What made you want to do that?
I'm always a risk taker when it comes to
Okay.
skating. So shout out to Leo. I saw him
Mm.
do it on the toes, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it on the heels. So I just
Mm.
took my truck off the toes and
Uh-huh.
just kept practicing with the heels and just gave it a try.
Wow, that's
Wow.
different.
And
That's,
that's very
yeah.
different because of like you talked about balance and
Mhm.
how you have to the dexterity and the balance has to be on point or you gonna be on the floor. So
Mhm.
did you just went out and did this and how many times did you fall?
A couple times, a couple times, a couple. But I tried it inside the rink at first. I tried it inside the rink when
Okay.
the rink
Mhm.
was open at first, and then when I practice outside, it was just kind of practicing what I've already done inside.
Okay.
It was just the first time that I posted it publicly on
Okay.
social media.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you modified the skate, was this wasn't your regular skate, or did you do it on another skate and you modified the truck, or how did you do that?
So I have six pair of skates. So one
Six.
of
Okay.
my
So far we got a record. Six.
one of my old pair of skates, I just took the truck off and then I just kept the wheels on the back.
Okay.
Mhm. Now
This is
how's
some
that?
ingenuity.
Yeah, yeah, we crafty. That's one thing I say about the skaters that we is crafty. We will make our way to skate. We will modify our skates, whatever the case is. So, but how was that on your calf muscle? Because you're not
Yeah.
on your tippy toes, but
Yeah.
you're on your back. So it's almost like you're
Mm.
stretching out your calf muscle while
Yeah, so you're
you're
balancing yourself on your heel.
yeah.
So balance it on, on your toe or just, all four.
Hmm.
You keeping your balance, your body weight on the heel instead of forward.
Hmm. So how long can you skate like that on your heels
Yeah.
before you be like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I need to sit down"?
Yeah. Before it start burning.
I probably can go like maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then I'm like, okay, it's time to
I was gonna say 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, oh, she a trooper.
Yeah, I was gonna say she in shape.
I'm like, okay. But the on the toe, it's a different because we're used to either, when we're doing our moves, we either usually pivoting on the toe
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
on flat footing. We're not usually doing stuff on the heels,
Mhm.
Right.
kind of lifting up or whatever. So that's a different type of balance.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So what
On the toe period is
inspired you to do that? Like what inspired you to want to go on the heel versus the toe? Because you're going against gravity.
You know what? So basically, I guess when I saw Leo do it on the toes and
Okay.
his one wheel, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it on the heel and see
Mhm.
how it goes. So basically, and also my mentor Elon, he was like, you know what? You should try. You should try the heels. I was like, you think so? So I said, I took off the truck of the front and I put the wheels on the back and just kind of tried it. A couple times I failed,
Mhm.
but once I constantly practiced it, it got easier.
Have you tried one wheel on the back
Oh
heel?
no, I'm not trying that.
What you say? Leo can have that.
They can have, you can have that one. I'm just gonna stick to the heel.
So, what kind of personal goals do you have for yourself as far as roller skating?
Roller skating. I think the one goal I want to constantly just continue to not get comfortable, but
Mhm.
continue to push myself to better my skill on skating.
Mhm.
And I think that's what keeps me motivated is constantly just trying different things, learning different things, and being open to learn something that's
Mm.
unfamiliar to what I'm used to.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm all about just in my life. I'm all about learning and being open to
Mhm.
whatever it might be. And
Mhm.
I think that going forth, I also want to get more into teaching,
Mhm.
sharing what was taught to me, what was planted into me to other people.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's
And
all right.
in your quest to teach, when you think about y- what you have to give, like what is your ultimate goal? Like when that student comes to you, um, your love and your passion for skating, how do you project that into what you teach?
Well, basically, first I see what level they're on and what they're been working on, and then I'll see because I'm not going to teach them a move or if they barely can stand up. So
Mhm.
basically,
Mhm.
we're going to start at fundamentals. Being able
Okay.
to balance and shift your body weight. If I see that they have already passed that level, then we'll go to the next level. But I'm not going to, somebody, oh, I want to learn how to spin, and you barely can, balance your stuff on your toe. Like,
Mhm.
why would I do that? Like, that's not helping the culture. It's just
Mhm.
Right.
you're giving them the wow factor, but you're not
Mhm.
teaching them the fundamentals
Mhm.
to
But
make
you
sure
know
that
how when you had that when that music be on and in your head, you really be spinning like it don't translate that to your feet, but I'm just saying.
So when they ask me, okay, say if someone asks me, okay, can you teach me how to spin? I said, well, can you balance yourself on your toe and lift your toes up and just hold yourself like that in that spot? And they
Mhm.
be
Okay.
like, I said, show me. And then they showed me they can't. I said, well, once you do that and you master that, then we're gonna
Okay.
move on and I'll show you something else. So
Mhm.
that's kind of
Okay.
how I
Okay.
do
So
it.
you have an approach to, you when you approach them or they approach you, there's something that they have to show before you even gonna go to the level that they wanting to go. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
you can give them the work. They got to put in the work.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't be stepping up to me and you
If
ain't
you
put in the
want it,
work.
you gotta work for it. You
Yeah.
gotta work
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you do outside of skating?
I work for the Chicago Park District, so basically I work with youth
Mhm.
um, all day, every day.
Mhm.
Youth instructor. Basically, I teach them sports, mentor,
Mhm.
life skills.
Yeah. Oh, so
So things
teaching
are
skating is natural for you
Yeah.
then? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
natural
yeah,
for you. Wow. Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Because we always like to know what our skaters do. Because
Yeah.
like I say, I'm nosy, so I'm a ass. But also, just in case someone out there who's listening needs to know something and they don't know, well, now you know somebody who knows what you're trying to know.
Right.
I didn't confuse you, did
Yeah.
I? No.
Yeah, and it's I
Okay.
mean, you could be an accountant or
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
and people may need your services. So if we
Mhm.
if we know what you do, then we can oh, I know a skater and she does this,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
promote within our culture.
Yeah. Yeah. So once
So,
this
and I'm
ba-
also, go ahead.
no, 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 go ahead, you good. Go ahead. Ladies
Oh, so
first. Ladies first.
I was going to say that I also want running for a board member for the London Towns Association,
Mm.
up and coming. So I try to be well. Right now, I'm kind of doing a lot of stuff in my community, as far as um, be an advocate in it,
Okay.
Hmm.
basically.
Hmm.
So they're gonna see you. You a mover and a shaker. They're gonna see you all over.
Yes.
That's
That is cool. You know what? Because the impact, like that you have, just your aura and the impact that you can have just by being in the room with different people is just speaks volumes for yourself as well as the culture, because you bring people in on so many different levels, because just you being out there and just someone asks you, well, what do you do in your free time, and you're going to say, I
hmm.
roller skate.
Hmm.
And one thing that I try to do with skating is mentor young people through
Okay.
skating.
Mhm.
I don't just teach them skate lessons, but if it's a young lady who's talking, I ask them, what's going on with you? What's going
Right.
on, to be able to pour into them, not just
Mhm.
about skating, but about
Right.
life.
Hmm.
Right.
And mix the two together. So I think that I don't want to just do skate lessons, but I want to be able to inspire people through skate.
Hmm. Oh,
I
okay.
use
Okay,
that as a
deep.
tool
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
through skate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all right
And it
right
has
there.
to start with the youth too, because I mean, once they have that inspiration and they can reach back and pull somebody up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to continue to inspire.
Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Got to pay it forward. Got to
And I
pay it
I
forward.
read a post from you, and now that you said that, because you're talking about talking to people, where you said the tongue really is powerful. Speak your blessings into existence, work, manifest, pray. And that encompasses you like 1000%.
So once everything is said and done, and we're able to get out and everything like that, what's the first thing that you want to do? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna say roller skate, but what's the first move you're gonna do?
I think that I want to continue to perfect my spin on one leg,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
um,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and just work on the transitions with spinning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one thing that I want to, because just skating outside is fine, but that give that wood gives is
Yeah.
different.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely
Mhm.
gives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So is
so
there
that's one.
anybody? Yeah, so is there like anybody who's been helping you with your spins, and is there any information you could pass along to me, because I've been skating since, I mean,
She
like,
can't help
since I
vertigo.
since I was two, and I'm 41 now, and spinning
With
has
spinning,
been
you got
like
to
one of
learn
my
to do
biggest
it
issues.
repetitively.
Say again.
Repetitively. Them spins on it doesn't come over. And I'm still working on it.
Yeah,
It's like you gotta constantly do it over and over again.
yeah,
And get that same spot the same way every single time.
Mm.
yeah,
Go into it the same way you did,
hmm,
you did the last time. So I think that the more you do it, the repetitive times you do it,
hmm.
the better you get at anything.
Yeah, because it seems like everybody has their different ways of doing it. Because see, my problem is not really the spinning; it's just that I get dizzy really easily. And so some are like, well, just find a point, somewhere and just
Mhm.
focus on it and
Mhm.
look at it. Some say just turn your head. Some people put their head all the way up in the air. And I'm like, how's y'all breathing like that? We got spinning. So,
How you
I think
breathing?
I
they,
usually find a point, and kind of focus on it. And then when I stop spinning, I try to spin the opposite way to stop the dizziness.
mm,
If I'm
mm,
spinning left, then I'm going to just turn around 3 times or however many times you like and just kind of just recenter myself.
that's,
Oh.
But
I'm about
you
to
know
try
what? The
that.
more you spin, the more you get used to the dizziness. I know it
Yeah.
sounds crazy,
Yeah.
but it's like you don't even think about it anymore.
Maybe I just need to find a parking lot and just spin around in a circle for a long time. And people
That's
That's
drive
it.
what
by and be like, what's wrong with
everybody
him?
That's
Something wrong with him. Somebody
they
call the
gonna
police.
call the police.
He's spinning around, running in the cars and throwing
Randomly.
up everywhere. He must be drunk. I don't know. That's actually not a bad suggestion. I may have to try that one day. Yeah.
You
What are some
have
things that you're gonna work on when you get back when the skate ring opens?
Oh, when I get back, you know what? Lately I've been having a lot of problems with one of my knees.
Okay.
And I've been trying to do a lot of walking lately to
mm,
kind of ease it out and so forth because I mean the way I used to skate in my youth is not the way that I do it now, but you know, but I definitely want to work on my spins. You know, definitely want to work on that. Here in Houston, a lot of skaters skate really, really, really fast, and I'm not really a fast skater. You know, um, so, but I mean, for myself, my biggest thing I would probably have to say is my spins. So, if any of
in
y'all listening
Houston.
and y'all want to say, hey,
Meet me at the rink.
help a brother out, what I'm saying? I don't want to catch you in the parking lot, you know,
Twirling around looking
twirling,
crazy.
yeah, twirling around or
I'm gonna
something,
record it and put it on Facebook. But
So,
What about you? What do you think
I'm
when you
I'm
go?
going to class. We were just talking to somebody, and I just told her I'm going to come to your class and just work on everything. Yeah, everything. Look, it's nothing in particular. I'm not one of those like I don't have no style. I'm just skating. What Lady P say? Put your shoulders up and roll.
you put your
But
shoulders up
hey,
a row, yeah, bob your head, move your
yeah,
shoulders.
just
That's
just to feel that music, just that
yeah,
the energy.
yeah.
So
Yeah, the main thing is we really want to try to bring the skate community closer together,
yeah, right.
Yes.
because there's so much division out there and
Mhm.
it's really for no reason. I mean, this is a family based, you know, sport that we like to do. It's a lifestyle, it's a culture. It's,
Yes.
and we just have to learn to, like, what did Rodney King say? Can't we all just get
Can we
along?
all just get
You know,
along? Yeah,
Yes.
and
yeah.
just bring it all together. So hopefully, what I'm hoping is that with everybody having time to be at home and
To
to reflect,
reflect.
then hopefully they'll have a
Yep.
better appreciation
Hmm.
for what we have because a lot of
Yeah,
times you don't appreciate what you have until it's gone.
yeah.
That's true.
So I would say that would probably be well our goal at Skaters Connect
Yeah.
is that, but on a personal level, I would
Mm.
have to say my spins. Yeah.
But you have an upcoming class in May, so if you want to tell everybody about that, it's exciting.
So Inspired by Favor is having a skate class online May 15th. It will be at 6 p.m. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to be going over. You just got to come.
Hey,
But I'm
hey,
going to tell you, you won't be disappointed.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be taught by the Smooth Goddess. How
hey.
can you not be disappointed?
So for those who tune in, it's going to be on Zoom. Is there a fee for this class, or is this just something you're giving out to the community?
It's free.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you get this first one free, but you know what? After this, y'all, after y'all,
We want
It's
y'all to.
free.
yeah,
I need everybody who knows her to challenge her, girl. Take that other wheel off in the back and give it a try.
yeah,
Do that
yeah.
one wheel.
It's
I'm
funny
just.
that you said somebody else asked me that. I was like, uh-uh.
so
Y'all
how can
try to
they?
kill me.
So how can they find out more information about your Zoom class and when it'll take place and everything?
Well, you can follow me on Inspired by Favor on Facebook as well as Instagram,
Mhm.
and all the information will be on there.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool deal. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to remember
Yeah.
to
But I
tune
have it. I
into it.
have it
So
on I have it on the calendar.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she ain't teaching spins anyway.
Oh well. Well,
Maybe,
But you get
may,
Oh, that's right. You said you're
may
not gonna tell us. You're not gonna tell us.
I,
I'm gonna tune in.
yeah,
So
I may
I'll
have
get
to
a
have my camera turned off in case I am in the
I
parking lot
know.
with no skates on, just trying to spin around. So
I'm gonna call you out too.
Don't put me on live.
that's
I'm
pretty
like,
funny.
let me see, do that
Yeah.
well,
again.
well, we greatly appreciate you tuning in and
Yeah.
taking the time out to speak with us. We definitely enjoyed you. Um, we're gonna have to do a follow up
Yeah,
once
definitely.
everything's done
Yeah.
and catch up on your classes.
Yeah.
Um, and I see how like everything's going. I'm in the Chicago area because some of the rinks are actually starting to open up already.
Yeah.
I
Which
know.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
either or about
Yeah.
that, but it's personal choice. Y'all just be safe if y'all gonna be
Be
out there. Just
safe.
be
Yeah.
safe. Just be safe. So, but we wish you much success
Mhm.
on your classes.
Thank
I am going to try to tune into one of
Mhm.
them. But y'all,
you.
okay, I have a bad memory, so I forget things real easily. So I'm gonna have to put it on my calendar,
Yes.
okay, so I don't forget.
And support. And I will continue to share and share and
I
share.
appreciate
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
thank you guys for the opportunity,
yeah,
for the interview. I'm grateful for it.
yeah. No problem. Is there anybody you want to shout out or anything like that?
I guess I want to shout out, I guess, the skate community. I want to shout out all my skate mentors, all
Mhm.
the DJs, um, and I think that, and I'll shout out you guys
Oh,
Thank
for
thank
you
this
you.
so much.
sponsorship.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you know what? Not too many people ask us questions. You
I
just ask us
know.
questions. I'm like, wait a minute, did she ask us questions? Dang, I gotta answer something now. Okay.
Well, we
Now,
truly appreciate you and appreciate
yeah,
your support
Thank
and
you.
taking the time out to share your story and your workshops and all that you have to offer. Because if you're out there and you need some help, there's no better place than to go to the Smooth Goddess because the name says it all.
yes, yes. So make
So
sure you guys
Absolutely.
follow her. So make sure you guys follow her.
yeah,
Definitely follow her. So definitely follow her. So with that, we are gonna get back in touch with you.
yes,
Like I
definitely.
Okay.
said, because I want to know how the progress is going.
Yes,
So, and
No
of course,
problem.
the whole skate community needs to know too. So you guys
yeah,
don't be shy to
yeah.
reach out to her.
Hmm.
Don't be shy to ask her questions. And I'm just putting you out there right now. I'm just telling you right now. So if you get a whole bunch of calls or whatever the case is, don't blame us. You know, because you asked for this. That's good. And definitely
I can handle the pressure. I can handle the
you can handle the
pressure.
Okay.
pressure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So everybody that's listening right now, who's gonna be
Yeah.
listening or watching, hit her up right now. Right now, this very moment. Start blowing up her phone. No, but good luck in your
Mm.
outside of the
Skate ring.
skating as
Yeah, we
well
wish
with
you
the
well.
use and everything like that.
Hmm.
I
Thank
definitely commend you on that because that is a tough job to do.
Yeah.
Especially with the way these kids is now.
Yeah.
It's a real tough job to do. So you hang in there, and we will definitely be speaking with you
Yes.
again. Okay.
Yeah.
you.
Thank you
Okay.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Have a good one.
You the same.
All
Bye.
right.